The Book Thief is a novel by Markus Zusak, published in 2005. It's a unique story set in Nazi Germany and narrated by Death, exploring themes of the power of words, the human capacity for kindness and cruelty, and the resilience of the human spirit. Here's a summary with key themes. Summary. The Book Thief is set in Nazi Germany and primarily follows the life of Liesel Meininger, a young girl who has been left in the care of foster parents, Hans and Rosa Huberman. Narrated by Death, the story begins when Liesel steals her first book, The Gravedigger's Handbook, at her brother's funeral. Unable to read, she keeps the book as a memento. Liesel's life in the fictional town of Mulching is marked by poverty and the fear imposed by the Nazi regime. Despite the challenges, Liesel forms deep bonds with her foster parents, particularly with Hans, who teaches her to read and write. She also befriends Rudi Steiner, a neighbor and classmate who becomes her loyal companion. Liesel's love for books grows, and she steals more books, even from book burnings, while Hans and Rosa hide a Jewish refugee, Max Vandenberg, in their basement. Liesel and Max develop a close friendship, and Liesel continues to steal and share books with him. As World War II escalates, Liesel's town faces air raids, food shortages, and the oppressive presence of the Nazis. Liesel's life is further marked by personal losses and the tragedies of war. Despite this, the novel celebrates the power of words, storytelling, and human connections in the face of adversity. Key themes. The power of words and stories. Central to the novel is the theme of the power of words to both harm and heal, and the importance of storytelling as a means of preserving humanity in times of conflict. Human capacity for kindness and cruelty. The characters in the story, from Liesel and Hans to the Nazis and the suffering Jews, exemplify the dual nature of humanity, capable of both great kindness and terrible cruelty. Resilience. The resilience of the human spirit, as seen in Liesel, Hans, and Max, is a key theme. They find ways to cope with their difficult circumstances and find hope and love in unexpected places. Loss and grief. The characters experience significant losses, and the theme of grief and how individuals cope with it is woven throughout the narrative. Friendship and family. The novel explores the importance of friendship and the concept of found family, as Liesel forms strong connections with the Hubermans, Rudi, and Max. War and its impact on the innocent. The novel examines the impact of war on ordinary, innocent people, particularly children like Liesel. Resistance and defiance. The story celebrates acts of resistance and defiance against an oppressive regime, whether through stealing books, hiding a Jewish refugee, or maintaining kindness in the face of hatred. Memory and remembrance. Memory and the act of remembering play a significant role. As Liesel writes her story, Max creates a book for Liesel, and Death narrates the events, ensuring they are remembered. The role of fate and chance. The novel explores the role of fate and chance in shaping the characters' lives, particularly the chance encounters and choices that lead to significant events. The role of Death. The novel is narrated by Death, who is depicted as an observer of human life. The theme of mortality and death's perspective on human experiences runs throughout the story. Literacy and education. The importance of literacy and education is underscored through Liesel's growing love for books and her journey from illiteracy to becoming an avid reader. The impact of war on children. The novel focuses on the impact of war and the Nazi regime on children like Liesel and Rudi, who are forced to navigate a world marked by violence and fear. Hope and resilience. In dark times, the characters, especially Liesel and Max, find hope and resilience even in the midst of extreme adversity, highlighting the indomitable nature of the human spirit. The weight of guilt. The characters grapple with feelings of guilt, whether it's Liesel's guilt over her brother's death or the guilt felt by those who are complicit in or silent about the atrocities of the Nazi regime. The importance of memory. The theme of memory and remembrance is prevalent as characters strive to remember and honor those who have been lost, and Liesel's act of writing her story is a form of preserving memory. Humanizing the other. The novel humanizes individuals who are typically dehumanized by the regime, such as Max the Jewish refugee, illustrating the universal humanity that transcends labels and divisions. The Book Thief is a beautifully written and emotionally charged novel that speaks to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of words and stories. It reminds us of the capacity for love, hope, and kindness in even the darkest of times.